Hello and welcome to episode 8, I think it is. Now, last time we left off, we had our little guys running around. Just like this. Man, I'm pretty stoked, eh? Look at them go. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm actually estimating how long they're walking for. So I'm saying, oh, they're walking for 3 seconds. And then I'm making them stand still. So if I don't do that, let's hide the repairman for now. So say I don't do that, he's just gonna walk here and I'm just gonna keep animating. So what we want to do is we want to make him stand still once he's done. So what we can do is we can go right here to the person entity and we can do a okay. We can use a different kind of. So I haven't actually looked into why spawn doesn't work. My initial fix was just to add both the walking and the moving action. Now, right. Luckily, I'm not gonna bother with that for now. Luckily, Cocos has this call function action. And basically, this just calls a function for you. So what I can do is I can use a cc.sequence. Oh, we want lowercase. And so the first in the sequence is the move to. And then once that's done, we do a cc.callFunc. Just an anonymous function. This is the target. No data. And I think because I passed in this target, I should be able to call this .stand just like that. Even though this is an anonymous function, I think that what's happening internally is it's calling this function on this. Oh, callFunc is not a function. Alright. Oh, it's probably camel case. I need this. Let's try that. Okay, and wow, hey, it works. That was yeah, just like that. No issues whatsoever. So I don't need this anymore. Now we still don't have a way to chain walk to. So like maybe I want him to like walk to here and then walk to here and then like I don't know, jump. But I think that's getting a little too intense for. I mean, this is just a game about vending machines, so we don't need this guy like doing backflips and shit. We just need him to walk to the vending machine and then walk away. That's all we need. So I'm not gonna get too flustered here. Let's see. So let's add this repairman back in. So this is just gonna look. It's very easy, just 3 lines. So we can get them to walk and then stand still when they're done. Great. Okay, so next on my hypothetical to-do list, and I'm not actually coming up, I don't have a real to-do list, I'm just coming up with these things on the fly. But that's a lot easier to do at the start of a project, in my opinion, because you don't need to think very hard to come up with something that hasn't been implemented yet. Whereas maybe when I'm about 75% or 80% through, I'll definitely need some kind of list to keep track of all the minor things that need to be fixed or done. You know, and I don't even have any real bugs yet, so this is definitely going to go way. This is going to get blown way out of proportion at some point. But I'm happy with how it's going so far, and I'm going to try and keep everything as simple as possible. All right. So that rant was not at all not a very useful rant. Okay. What's my point? Oh, all right. So next on my to-do list is this lot view here. So I want to slot things into the lot view. One thing that a lot might have, and if I look right here, oh, it's a giant X. So a lot will have a vending position, a background. I want the lot view to take this vending position and use it to load a vending machine entity. Oh geez, this isn't even implemented either, is it? So it's gonna need to and this will take a definition, just like lot. The lot is a model, but vending machine is an entity, so yeah, okay, I'm going to think, I'm going to put some thought into where data is going to go exactly. Okay, but in any case, this will take a, for now, this will just take a vending machine definition, and I've got them here, and they're basically names, prices, etc. I don't seem to have an image for, so I need to have an image file name. And let's see, we have vending 1 and vending 2. Extremely useful. I might even reuse an image, like if I have like a Zillman like K1200, you know, like those phones that you might buy like a cheap cell phone and it has a different model number, but it looks pretty much the same. But like it might be like, you know, a tiny bit faster and like $50 more expensive. Just a easy way to like squeeze out a bit more use out of this. And no, this image is, I'm not too happy with it, so this will definitely get this will get polished up. Because I mean overall it looks okay, but it's just a red cube. It needs a bit more detail, maybe some vents here, and these buttons kind of need to make sense. Right, I think the color is a little too strong, though I'm not too sure. And this is supposed to be another vending machine, but to be honest, it looks like a TV set. So, yeah. Okay, so I have this, I have this. Okay, where do I start? All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a break in this video, and I'm gonna implement some stuff here because yeah, I need to kind of think about it for a while, and it might take a bit longer. It might be a little boring to record all of it, so I'm just gonna do it, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna record the video, and I'm gonna go over what I've done. All right, so I'll see you in a bit. All right, I'm back. So first thing I had to do was, well, I didn't mention this, but I was intending to load these JSON files so that we're actually reading the data from the JSON models themselves. And first thing I had to do was get rid of the comments. turns out you can't put these kinds of comments inside JSON. It's against the spec. I don't know what they're going to do about that. There might be a new spec where you can add comments, but right now you can't. So I guess one way you could do it is just no, I mean, I was going to suggest just putting in some JSON as a comment and just creating a comment value, but that's just silly. So instead, I just had to I just moved them into the source files themselves, here and here. Now, files I changed were I added an attach vending machine function. All that does is set the vending machine variable on there, because this is just a model. It doesn't actually do much. The home scene, I'm using this function here, load JSON. It's built into CodeCross, and it'll just load the JSON file into an object for you. And well, just sneezed. And then I just instantiate the lot using the first. This is an array, so I can put 0 or 1 or whatever. I just instantiate the lot. I make a vending machine, and then I attach the vending machine, which just sets the variable. And then in here, the lot view now checks if there's a vending machine. If there's not, it won't do anything, but if there is, it'll add it as a child to the sprite, and then it'll set the position as the vending position that's defined here. So here I've got 0.5, 0.5, so it'll just take the size of the screen, it'll multiply it. It really shouldn't be the size of the screen. It should be some standard size, because we're going to be using this on multiple resolutions, so may or may not be an issue, depending on how I choose to scale the game. So I'm keeping this in the back of my mind, because like even here you can see we could try different resolutions. So what is it, 3GS? Oh, that doesn't seem to be an issue. 1, 2 set. Oh, okay, just zoom out. But there, what happens if I reset? So it just becomes stretched, which, I might go with this because it doesn't actually look that bad, and it's the easiest option by far. Okay. Oh yeah, so the other file that I modified was vending machine, and I just added very simple. Just takes a definition, loads an image based on the sprite image. Oh, I had this, but it wasn't in here. Weird. Okay. Well, this is wrong now. This shouldn't be sprite image. It should just be image down the bottom. Okay. Yeah, and so now home scene loads everything. Looks pretty clean. This is set up like this because first we wait for the lot definitions to be loaded, then we wait for the vending definitions to be loaded, and then we do all that. And it might be happening asynchronously, so we need to put it inside here. We can't put it here because we don't know when this is going to finish. Alright, now you might notice the vending machine sitting on the curb here. So I need to go here and modify. Now y is going from bottom to up, so let's try 0.6. Oh, it's gone into the fence a bit. Let's try 0.58. Yeah, this looks about right. Might do 0.59. Yeah, this looks good. Now what happens if I change this? So what happens if I do that? Oh, it doesn't really, it just stretch. So right now it's just stretching to fit the screen. It's working off some default design resolution, which I haven't really looked into. Where is, oh, main.js. Oh, I see. I'm using a design resolution of 800 by 450, and I'm using the exact fit resolution policy. I might be wondering, what is an exact fit? Let's see, resolution policy. Oh, it doesn't actually explain it. It just has a list here. Well, there's different. These are basically ways to tell the engine how to fit the game into the screen resolution of the phone. So for example, you could ask to crop it, you could ask to scale it, you know, both the X and the Y axis, the width and the height. You could ask to only scale the width and crop the top and bottom, or leave a border on the top and bottom. These are all different ways you can ask the engine to take care of that problem for you. Trying to find an explanation, but it doesn't. It's not. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, this is very hard. This is probably impossible to read in the video. I'm just gonna read it out. The entire application is visible in the specified area without trying to preserve the original aspect ratio. So yeah, so this is pretty much just taking the image and just stretching it along the X and the Y axis, and it's not caring about whether it becomes stretched or the text becomes unreadable or everything becomes squished or whatever. And I think I'm fine with that, because I don't know. I feel like this game is gonna look okay whether it's, you know, it's stretched a little or not. I mean, we got like we're gonna go anywhere from 4:3 aspect ratio to 16:9, and maybe even like 16:8. And I don't feel like the difference is big enough that it'll make a big issue. I mean, this is what? It's 804. This is 800 480. I don't know what that is in terms of fraction value, and this is 854 by 480. So, you know, you can see it's stretched, but it doesn't really look that much different. The vending machine's a bit taller, but you know, you can still read the writing and everything. Okay, wow, I've really ranted about resolutions for a while now. Let's see. Back to. Okay, so now that the vending machine is like positioned okay, what I can actually do is I can, like, because I'm loading vending definitions, I can get the second one, and that's the same one. But if I use the third one, hey, looky here, we got this one now. It's a different vending machine. This one's transparent in the middle because this is supposed to be like, I was gonna put the actual bottles and stuff behind this image so you can see it. So eventually they're all gonna have some level of transparency, but maybe not quite like this. These blue bands aren't doing it any good. Also, the filtering's a bit messed up right now because I resized it using the wrong program and it became all blurry, so I'm gonna have to go back and draw this all over again. Alright, that's enough for today. I did some decent refactoring, and I'm actually loading JSON files and all that, which I think is pretty great. Started the vending machine file. Yeah, so yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you next time.